It's a beautiful day, the weather is nice, and I'm waiting for my taxi because today I'm going for a training location and parking there is a little bit difficult, and in the evening I have a media event, so I thought I'll just take a cab today. And just like that, we are now in Clarke Quay. So Clarke Quay is awesome, and I think most people don't know what Clarke Quay looks like in the morning because Clarke Quay is more of like a nighttime clubbing space, isn't it? So I gotta go quickly to get my stuff set up. So this is the room that we are doing our facilitation in. It's called Cottage Room, and check it out. Let me show you this. This is an actual, it's not hot, but it's a fireplace. I thought I'll have a bit of a Breaking Bad moment. So I'm right now inside a sound booth. So this is a space where people can actually take phone calls in private, and it's absolutely soundproof. So you guys can see it behind me. Like 15, 20, 30,000 for each of these things. So now I have some time to check in. Now it's almost a tea break for them, and they also have something to work on in small groups. So in the morning we covered about this topic on negotiation. So in communication there's this thing called context, high context, low context. So low context is, you say something, it is what it is. But high context is there's sometimes hidden meaning. Like when somebody says yes, actually it may just mean a maybe or a no. So also taught them some lines that over the years I've picked up in learning how to negotiate much better. The first part of the morning was quite content heavy, and I was worried about that, but they're all doing very well. So they have all broken up into groups and they're working on their various projects. And this is actually a specialized meeting venue, right? It's not like any other corporate venue. It is a venue which has got very specialized rooms.
So this is the Igloo Room, our most iconic meeting room. And this room is inspired by the famous Glass Igloo Hotel in Lapland, the one where you can see Northern Lights.
This room is called the swing room because they have swings and they have that thing. So maybe next time you all can put your CEO out there, that'd be interesting. So this sofa is $6,000 a piece. So I'm done with the day for training, and technically this is the last training / facilitation for me for the entire year. So it was really a blast, and this program was actually quite complex. Many things that I had to accomplish within one day. We started off by talking about negotiation, had to do a little bit of behavioral economics. Then we dived deep into some of the urgent and immediate problems the teams are having, and we then had to take a little bit of a tangent to immediately address those issues. So it was a program that had a structure to it, but then my style and approach is always improvisational. I go where they really need the assistance and the help. I think they got a lot out of it. There was a lot of content that was also covered during the session, and I believe in repetition and trying to drill some of those basic concepts. And they have all now just headed off to have a bit of a drink and dinner. I will be catching up with them on the first week of January to see how we can take this conversation to the next area. Thought about their identity and their role in the organization, and we cannot just be stuck into a departmental kind of a frame. We have to think about how do we actually value add in the organization and try to bring that conversation to the next level. So I'm very happy. So I learned something just now. So behind me, there's this group of singers are ready to sing, and they're doing a sound check. And what's interesting is when they're doing the sound check, they just say sound check 1, 2, 3. And the audio guy who is on the other side, he said something very logical. He said the volume that you sing at and the volume you speak at are two different. And I can't be setting the volume at your speaking volume, but it has to be the singing volume. So he asked all of them to sing one by one. And I think that kind of freaked them out. It's like, you know, because there's so many people watching them.
Everybody likes to take a rest. Spend time together with the family, sharing lots of love and happiness.
So the time now is close to 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock I have that event at Ritz-Carlton. It's a media event. So I'm actually feeling the strain of kind of facilitating the entire day. And the theme is actually black and silver. There's nothing that I'm wearing is black or silver. So I'm walking to the Ritz-Carlton for the media event. I hope I'm rested enough. My voice is tired, but I gotta go because there are a lot of people that I know there. I want to meet them, I want to say hi. I thought I'll do a dramatic entrance, but once again, instead of pulling, I pushed. And just when I thought I could take it easy tomorrow morning, I'm going to be meeting Jason, our web designer, and also the guy who does all of our amazing graphics. It's a long overdue meeting because we have just revamped our brand, so we have to make a lot of changes. I'm here and I'm already seeing a lot of beautiful people. You know, life can be really funny. So I haven't met this guy for the longest time.
Not that long, not that long.
Quite long. And guess where I meet him? I meet him at an Indian channel award show.
Hey, Malays and Chinese can be here too, you know.
And this is Ellery, everybody. Ellery, say hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the diversity and inclusion program. We had to have
token Chinese.
Entry pass. Please introduce yourself, my friend.
I'm Gunasegrin, a friend of Mr. Ramesh, who have motivated me in life.
Yes, to learn, and I think he's a great example of lifelong learning.
Yes,
would you agree?
They come over, and there are many new things happening in Singapore and around the world, especially VR and AR.
Organizing a concert next year. Can you please tell us a bit about it?
On January 6th, for the first time, we are using 5.1 surround in Indian music in a stage play.
I'll put a link to that as well so you guys can buy the ticket. So it's a 5.1 surround sound in a stage performance. Never been done before. Am I right to say that?
Yeah, first time.
All right. Come, walk with me into the amazing Ritz-Carlton. This is the Pradhana Villa. Amazing setup. Close to 11 o'clock, so I'm making an early exit out. I think it was really interesting to see there are people who win, there are people who lose, and I think it's winning is easy, you know, but I think it's when you lose, you got to pick yourself up and move ahead and have an open mind to learn from the losses and kind of go. And I think everybody, you know, they put in their effort, and I definitely think the production quality of many of these are really, really astounding. And having seen some of the behind the scenes, I know how difficult and challenging it can also be. So I need to go get my running up and just showing up every day and to be ready, right? So catch you guys.